Right, welcome everybody. It's that time. We'll start in mountain pose. Just make your way up to standing. Just take your time. We'll spend a little bit of time here as we prepare for our practice together. And once you arrived in standing, go ahead and take a few deep breaths just to get reacquainted with your breathing. So a full breath in, filling up your lungs, and exhale, just letting it all go. Again, full breath in, filling yourself up, and exhale. Just continue with slow, steady breaths, mindful, intentional breathing. You can certainly do this with eyes opened. Just soften your eyelids. You might just gaze downward at the floor. Or, of course, you could just close your eyes as you take this journey inside of self. Taking these first few moments to fully arrive, to be here now. Beginning to deepen this connection to self, the present moment. And allowing your breath to guide you here. And soon breath will guide you and support you in your moving practice. So as we prepare for movement, just notice how you're feeling at the moment. You might even add some movement to your body, perhaps some movement of your head and neck, or your shoulders, your arms. You just work your way down your body, assessing how you're feeling so that you can move appropriately in your practice today to maximize a good feeling, to perhaps feel better. Good. Feel free to continue moving or return to stillness. Just one last breath exercise just to bring some more energy and warmth to your body. So on your next inhale, just feel your breath rising upward, filling up your lungs. So another expansive breath in, keeping that uplifting sensation as you now exhale and pull or draw your belly button in towards your spine and lightly contract your abdominal muscles. And that's the abdominal lock. So again, you might breathe in, feeling the breath rise, filling up your lungs. And exhale, drawing inward from your center as a way to connect to your center. Just hold on to these sensations. Let them guide you in your practice. Let's take 3 more breaths here, preparing your body to move. A reminder that this is your practice, so move in a way that feels good to you. Modify any poses. Be sure to rest whenever you need to. When you're ready, inhale, extend your arms out, then up. Good stretch, reach high. And exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward, so we're hinging at the hips, bending your knees as much as you need to, just slowly and carefully making your way down towards your toes or even just your shins or knees. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs a bit, only rise up halfway to feel the length of your spine. And exhale, slowly fold again. Back down towards toes. You can certainly modify this position, not needing to touch the ground or your toes. If it feels better to bring your hands up a bit, resting on your shins or knees or thighs, go ahead and do so. So it doesn't feel like you're forcing or pushing your body into this first posture. Just breathe with the sensations that might be showing up, perhaps down in your back, down your legs. And feel free to add some movement here too. Maybe a circle of your shoulders, nodding of your head, swaying the upper body. We'll just take a couple more breaths here in the standing forward fold. And we'll carefully return to standing first. Shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. Start lifting upper body to extend the upper body. Then inhale, reach out, then up with your arms. And exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart, or you can bring your arms down to your side, just finishing that flow. A half salute to the sun. Just pause here for a moment. Let's repeat that sequence. That's our half salute. When you're ready, yes, inhale, reaching into the air, good energy in your hands and fingers, good. Exhale, swan dive forward. Always okay to bend your knees as you float your way down. Inhale, rise up halfway to a flat back, lengthening through your spine. Exhale, back down to your forward fold and just notice those sensations. And right away, we'll shift weight into the heels, bend your knees, lower your hips, and we'll inhale, float all the way back up, reach high, and exhale, either your hands down to your heart or arms down to your side. So finishing that initial flow. Pause here, come back to your breath. We'll continue with our full sun salute. Here we go. Inhale, reaching into the air, lengthening through the sides of your body. Exhale, fold forward. Nice. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward to help with that extension. On this exhale, fold, slide down the legs, bend your knees more so you can reach the ground with your hands, landing near the top edge of your mat, then walk or step or even jump your feet to the back end of your mat. Holding here for a moment in this strong straight line, feeling the energy and strength in your body here. From here, we'll take a shortcut to down dog. So breathe in first, then exhale, bend your knees slightly and send your hips into the air as your head and chest just dip between your arms, arriving in down dog. You might need to make some adjustments with your feet or even your hands on your mat, just stepping into place so you can fully arrive in this inverted pose. We'll hold here. You can be in stillness. You can add movement. Or of course, if you need to rest, you can always just come down to your knees. Let's move from here. Full breath in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, again, connect to your center. Bend your knees so you can walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of your mat. Wonderful. Inhale, rise up halfway. That's our half forward fold. And exhale to your full forward fold, even if you don't touch the ground. That same weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees to lower hips. We'll inhale and rise up. Reach up. We're going to keep this in motion. So exhale, take chair pose. And just feel how your hips sit back towards the back edge of your mat. We'll create balance with the extended arms out front in our chair pose. Let's breathe in. And exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes, forward fold. Yes, inhale, rise up halfway. And fold. Exhale, bend your knees, reach the ground with your hands. Walk, step, or hop, feet back, plank pose. Another pause. You're welcome to take another shortcut to down dog from here. Or with your exhale, finish your push-up, coming down to Chaturanga Dandasana. You can bring knees to the floor first if you'd like. Then belly and chest. Flow into a back bend. It might be a very low cobra or locust if you'd like. Or upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Just tuck your toes, send your hips into the air, make your adjustments with feet and hands. Take a breath as we make this arrival. Let's add a lunge. So inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Just reach and hold for a moment, extending the leg up. It doesn't have to be high. It's just lifted and extending, reaching energetically. Take another breath in. Exhale. Now we'll step through like you're stepping over something. Right foot lands at the top. Left heel turns to the floor behind you so your whole foot's on the floor. Be sure to shift your weight back into that foot so there's good balance between your feet. So you have light hands, easily able to lift. Maybe reach forward and just hinge your way up like you're opening the lid of a box. Let's hold for a moment, just add some energy by reaching upward like extended mountain, lunging a little deeper just to get into this left hip flexor a little bit, the strength in this front leg. Let's breathe in and exhale. We'll hinge, then fold. Yes, bring your hands back down to the floor. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you just briefly so you're in this runner's lunge. Press palms flat into the mat, then pull right foot back, plank. Here, finishing your vinyasa or your flow to get to down dog. You can always modify these positions or just take that shortcut to downward facing dog. It might be different every time, so just choose or move through the sequence that just feels natural to you at that time. Then inhale, extend left leg into the air, reach. Again, we're just holding for a moment. Not concerned about the height of the leg. It's the energetic extended leg. Yes? Breathe in and exhale, stepping through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Take your time. Right heel to the earth behind you. Shift weight back. Balance on 2 feet. Okay, so light hand so you can open the lid of your box, rising up. Make adjustments if you need to. Even with the arms, if you want to take them wide or bend elbows, that's perfectly fine. Left knee pointing forward, nice lunge. We like to keep the knee just for alignment and safety in the knee, either over the ankle bone or over the heel right here. Let's take a breath in and exhale, we'll fold. Plant the hands, stay here, but rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Just a brief moment in this runner's lunge. And then we'll slide that left foot back, plank pose, finishing your sequence. We'll meet together in down dog. Okay, before moving on, let's come down to our knees. Sit back for a moment in hero. We're doing this on purpose just so you can feel a bit of a stretch, maybe through your thigh, around the knee, down the shin, opening up through the top of the foot. Okay, I'm not going to hold here too long. Okay, and then right back out onto the hands, tuck toes, lift knees, hips to the sky, press heels towards the floor. Just a little kind of a counter movement for the feet. Since you were just sitting on the tops of the feet in that hero pose, now a different sensation. We're going to return to standing. So next, exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump. Feet to the top of the mat. There's our forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. We're going to hold this forward fold again and just add on a little bit. First, just simply shift forward towards your toes. Even feel like you need to grip the mat with your toes so you don't fall forward. You may feel an energy in the backs of the legs because they're energized and active so you don't fall forward. Keep this balance, but take the hands and maybe reach and hold onto the backs of your legs. It might be down by your heels or ankles or just your calves. And just hold on there. Stay in the fold, but you'll inhale and try to extend the spine. You're not trying to lift necessarily, just lengthen. And then exhale, draw yourself down. Since you're holding onto the backs of the legs, just encourage the fold. You don't have to pull or force that posture, just deepening it a little bit. Just a different sensation in the standing forward fold. 2 more breaths. After the second breath, we'll start to shift the weight back into the heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips. Just bring the hands around, maybe to your thighs. Push into thighs, just to help you stand. Another way to help you stand up tall. Then inhale, reach into the air. Hold for a second, lengthening. And then arms down to your side. And take a moment to take a breath or two. Free up the body. We'll get set up for our next pose. It will be a tree pose, so balancing. So when you're ready, mountain pose, softening the knees slightly, and start shifting your weight into your right foot. We'll inhale, get tall, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage your core, very strong. Then we'll pick up the left foot, flexing the foot perhaps, and just start swinging it out. Maybe just at an angle. We might stop right here, which is fine, or might go a little further. And then we'll place this foot on the inside of the standing leg. It could be way up high. You can even hold it here if you want. Or down lower, or lower still. Use the floor if you need to. Then inhale, extend your arms into the air. All right, let's just keep turning on this pose. So good energy of the reach. Just like in Warrior One, you can even change the dynamics of the arms and hands. Just be sure there's action in the fingers, feeling like there's energy moving, yes, through the crown of your head, nice and tall. You're breathing to fill the lungs, exhaling to connect to your core. That all helps with balance. And of course, your focus forward or slightly down. Let's keep the arms as they are. We'll swing left knee forward, lifting your knee with a flexed foot, and then plant the foot into the ground, and then bring the arms back down to your side. You can even shake all that loose. Head and neck, check in with the foot and toes you were just standing on there. So you can just release any of that tension. Then just come back to mountain pose, preparing for the other side. When you're ready, soft knees. Weight shift into left foot, connect. Inhale, grow tall, fill the lungs. Exhale, engage. Then we're ready. Just prepping the body. Picking up the right foot, flexing the foot, just to keep the leg energized. We're swinging the knee out until it naturally stops. Yeah, placing foot on the inside, high, medium, or low. You can always change it. Inhale, extend your arms up. Reach, change that dynamic if you'd like. Focus is forward or slightly down. You're breathing, of course. Yeah, engaging the abdominal lock. Perfect. Yes. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Good. Keep reaching up. We'll swing the right knee forward now, lifting knee, flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground. That's a rebalance on both feet. And then the arms back down. All right, shake all that loose. The shoulders, the arms and hands. Check in with the feet, your legs, your toes. Just release all that. All right, when you're ready, back to mountain pose. Here we go. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, take your chair pose again. Weight shift back into hips and heels, arms outstretched or stretched out front. Breathe in. Exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes, forward fold. Just moving at your own pace. Inhale, rise up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold, bent knees, hands to the ground, hop, step, or walk, feet back, plank pose, come down if you'd like to, Chaturanga Dandasana. Yep. Inhale, maybe up dog. You can always change these sensations. And then finishing in down dog. Make your adjustments here. Let's add on. Inhale, extend right leg up, reach and hold for a moment, getting longer. Let's open the hip, bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards backside, lifting the knee slightly up towards ceiling, which twists you open slightly. It's a bit of a hip opener. We did tree pose earlier, certainly a balancing pose, but I also consider it a hip opener. Breathe in, exhale, unwind from this rotation, stepping through, right foot to the top of the mat. Take your time getting there, left heel to the earth behind you. Root back, find balance on 2 feet, then float up, warrior 1. And open up to the side, warrior 2. You might need to adjust your feet here, yes, for great stability, balance, strength. Feel tall, outstretched arms, energy reaching. Just when you reach up into the air, same thing when you reach across the room. Finding the walls. Side angle pose, that's reach forward, yes, to angle the upper half of the body. Rotate here. Reaching down, reaching up. You don't have to reach the floor. Might be modified. I typically do that for my own body. And just listen to your body. What feels good, what feels correct. Keep this left hand, actually, let's reach this left hand overhead, reaching towards the front of the room. Even if you need to bend the elbow, that's fine. And then feel your left foot press a bit more into the floor. So you're going to get this lengthening stretch quality through the left side of your body. Yes, let's breathe in. And exhale, we'll turn. Let's bring the hands to the floor. Stay here for a second. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. There's our runner's lunge. Push hands into the floor. We're going to sweep right foot back and right back up into the air. So you're in down dog, right leg extended up behind you, yes? High lunge is next. Exhale, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. We keep left heel lifted, but we still need to shift the body weight back towards that now lifted heel. So we can easily float the hands up, hinging, opening the lid of the box. Reach high, lunge low. To keep that balance, a little extra squeeze perhaps of the legs in, just like you pull belly button in for security here. We do that with the legs, so your legs don't feel like spaghetti. Just squeeze in, strong and active. Helps with that balance. We're going to change this into a triangle pose. We need to straighten this front leg. So just rise up to straighten. We'll pivot left heel to the floor. You'll turn sideways. Bring arms to parallel, straight legs. If the feet feel like they're way too far apart, you can always bring them closer together. Then triangle. So reach out over the straight right leg. Rotate here. Same thing. You don't have to reach the ground with the hand. Your right hand might land at your thigh, maybe your knee, your calf. Good, we're going to hold for a moment. Now, if this left arm gets tired, we'll just bring it down. You can stay in the pose, but still feel what's happening in the legs, maybe the hips. Emphasizing that the hamstring stretch. 2 more breaths. When you're ready, coming out of the pose, bend your right knee, lunging. Gives you leverage so you can come back up, pass through Warrior 2, and then reverse your Warrior, taking right hand into the air. It might be slightly forward. It could be straight up at 12 o'clock. It might even be slightly behind you, even if you bend your elbow. Now feeling a stretch down through the right side of your body. And then a big windmill out of the pose, around and down to the floor. Stay here, rise up onto tiptoes behind you, runner's lunge. Press hands into the floor, slide right foot back, plank. Stay in plank for a moment. When you come back down to your knees, sit back into hero. Just to get that same stretch, you're going to turn this into a camel pose, okay? Watch me first, because I'm going to kind of flow into it, okay? I'm going to modify the camel. It's a slight back bend. So what I'm going to do, you can use your hands to help lift yourself up, because we're going to come back up onto knees. Just watch until hips are mostly over knees there. Bring hands behind you. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. Maybe fists. You can use your palms just to support the back by pushing downward and then forward, down and forward. And as we get tall, we're pushing down to make space in that low back area, pushing forward to keep hips over knees and lean back. So this is the end pose. So this is how we'll get there. So from our hero to camel, lift, support the back, pushing down, pushing forward, and then there's the end pose. So let's try that. So from your hero, if you haven't already, just rise up, hips over knees, the hands behind you will help that alignment. Make sure spine and torso feel tall and lifted. Just lift the chin, feel like your heart is lifting. And there's our camel pose. All right, release, fold forward, catch yourself with your hands in front here. So you'll end up kind of in hands and knees, but return to down dog. Just tuck toes, lift knees and hips. Feel the re-extension of spine here in down dog after doing that little back bend. All right, same sequence, other side. So inhale, extending left leg into the air, reach and hold for a moment, opening the hip, bend your left knee, heel comes down, knee lifts up, little twist, little opening. Breathe in, exhale, unwind, step through, left foot to the top of the mat, Warrior 1. Rising here, opening here, Warrior 2. Make some adjustments. Make your arrival tall and strong, outstretched arms, being sure they feel parallel to the ground. Yes, energy in your fingers. Let's take our side angle, reach out, rotate here. Feel free to stay up high. Even if you start at a higher place like this, you can slowly sink downward, carefully and gradually to support the body without harming. Take a right hand reaching overhead, even bending the elbow. So you're just reaching towards the front of the room, right foot pressing into the floor so you feel a stretch and lengthening down through the right side of your body. Here we go. Take a breath in. Exhale, we'll turn and fold. Hands to the floor, rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Hold. Going back to down dog. So press hands firmly into the floor. Slide left foot back and right back up into the air. Down dog, left leg lifted. Ready for our high lunge transition. Left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel stays lifted, but we need to shift the weight back. Hands feel light, easily able to rise. Right here. Reach up, lunge low. Don't forget to hug legs in. Strong sensation, probably in the outer thighs, maybe your hips, so you feel a little bit more stable. Prepping for triangles, so we're rising, straight left leg. Pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms to parallel, changing distance between the feet if need be. Good, reaching out. Angled upper body, rotate arms for our triangle pose, with an emphasis on stretching out that hamstrings. Again, right hand can just stay up in the air, or if your shoulder or arm needs to rest, feel free to just bring it down. Good, 2 more breaths in our triangle pose. We'll transition to our reversed warrior. Start by bending left knee for the lunge and leverage so we can flow out of this posture, reversing the warrior by taking left hand up, choosing where you actually reach. And just feel that lengthening down through the left side of the body. Okay, then our big windmill out of the pose, round and down to the floor in front. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you, slide left foot back. There's our plank, stay in plank. We do that same transition. First, hero, knees to the floor, sit back. Won't hold this as long, just enough to feel all that opening and release. And then our camel, so our kneeling back bend. So whenever you're ready with an exhale, lift, get hands behind you. So you're pushing down to help extend upper body, pushing forward, getting hips over knees, lifting up through the chest, slight lift of chin. There's our back bend, keeping it mild. Okay. Release, going for a fold basically, hands out front. Tuck toes, lift knees and hips, down dog. Really experience the lengthening of the spine. And then back to standing. Next exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop. Feet to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shifting weight into the heels, bend your knees to lower hips. We're going to inhale and rise up, reach into the air. Hold, pause for a second, and exhale, arms down to your side. Good, a little movement if you need to, relieving the body. Okay, just hold there for a second. This is going to be our next transition. Just watch. We're going to get into tree pose. I'm just going to hop into tree. And then our transition, we're going to go into a high lunge. I'm going to have you swing this knee forward. We're going to lift. You're going to bend the knee of the leg you're standing on and hinge. And creating balance by extending the arms, extend that back leg, bending the knee so we can set the toes down, arriving in the lunge. We'll progress from there. Okay, mountain pose to begin. Soft knees, shifting weight into right foot. Inhale, get tall, fill the lungs. Exhale, draw belly in, just securing the body. Then we'll pick up the left foot, swing it out, plug it in, high, medium, or low. I tend to go here at calf area. Then inhale, extend the arms up. Okay, let's just arrive in our posture. Good energy as we reach, as we breathe, as we focus. Okay, here's our transition. Keep the arms up, swing left knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Bend the right knee, you'll kind of drop a little. Hinge, extend left leg back, arms out front. Bend right knee more so you can set the toes down behind you. And then lift so we're in our high lunge. Hold for a moment. Triangle. Lift to extend the legs. Pivot left heel to the floor. Drop arms to parallel. Change the distance between the feet if you need to. Take your triangle. Holding for a couple breaths. Okay. Reversed warrior. Bend your right knee. And reverse your warrior. Reaching up. We're going to change the sensation just a little bit. At first here we're reaching through the right hand. Right knee is bent and kind of moving forward. That's the first sensation. Second sensation is stay here, but now straighten the right leg. And just keep reaching. It kind of changes how this feels for a moment. Okay, keep the legs straight, but just bring the body back up to neutral here. Okay, just mimic you here. We're going to spin the toes so we're facing the left side of the room. Arms out parallel, like I call this a star. We'll take a breath in. As you exhale, pull belly in for security. Bend your knees to protect your back. As we now fold, making your way down to the ground or bring in a block to act as your ground. Inhale, rise up to fingertips to extend the spine. And then exhale, fold. So we're going to hold here. Okay, a wide-legged forward fold. Just a different or another way we can stretch out the legs. So you can just be here, hold here, make any adjustments while you're here. And of course, breathe. Noticing what's happening in the body. Softening if you need to, or deepening if you'd like to. Three more breaths. All right, as we come out of the pose, let's start by rising to fingertips, extend the spine. Just lift and hold here for a second. Now shift weight into your heels. This will sound familiar. Bend your knees to lower your hips. It'll feel like you're sitting down. This should allow you to lighten your hands and then spread your wings out to the side. So we're here for a few seconds, really strong in the legs, and then rise up, returning to that star shape right here. We'll turn the right foot forward, lunge into warrior two, yes. Reverse your warrior, reaching up just to gain some momentum, and then your cartwheel out of the pose, around and down. Now stay here, hands on the floor, rise up on the tiptoes behind you. We've been here before, but let's add something else. You're going to bring your left knee to the floor. If you happen to have a blanket, you can use that blanket for some padding, because we're going to sit back. Okay, sit back. Use your hand to help guide yourself back as you sit. So we have hero on one side and kind of a leg extension on the other. If you have a block nearby, you can use that for a little bench to sit on with the right cheek, if you'd like. Now this right leg can stay very bent if you need to, or extend it. Just careful because there's space underneath there. You don't want to hyperextend. We're going to take a fold if you haven't already. So inhale to get tall. Exhale, leading with your heart and chin. Just kind of coming forward. For me, I don't need to go too far. I already feel this. Yes. If this is too much or too long, you can certainly come out of the pose early. Okay? Just noticing these sensations. I'm going to hold here for a few more breaths. Even just peek up here for a moment. Let me show you how we'll transition out of the pose. Just stay where you are. Okay? I'm going to come up out of the posture. I'm going to move my props out of the way. Shifting forward all the way, getting the hands up front so I can tuck toes, lift the knee so I can move that prop, and keep shifting weight forward so I can step forward into a forward fold. So we're going from that kneeling splits position to a standing forward fold. Okay? So let's try that. So we're going to rise up. You walk the hands forward as you're shifting, moving props out of the way, hands out front, tuck toes behind you, lift the knee. Keep that momentum forward so you can just step forward into your forward fold. Shifting weight into your heels, bend your knees to lower hips. We'll inhale and grow tall. Reach into the air, another nice stretch. Good, exhale, arms down to your side. All right, so that's our sequence for now. Start with tree, took it back to that lunge. We'll do the other side. So mountain pose to begin. Soft knees, we're shifting weight now into the left foot. Inhale, grow tall, fill the lungs. Exhale, our core connection. So we can pick up the right foot, swing it out, plug it in, high, medium, or low. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, still connecting to center. Activate the pose, good reach, good focus, good breath. Transition, high lunge, swinging right knee forward, lifting right knee, flexed foot, bend left knee, hinge, extend that back leg and the arms, bend left knee more so you can set the toes down behind you, rise until you're in your high lunge. Triangle, lift, extending left leg, pivot right heel to floor, arms to parallel, adjusting the distance between the feet, and then take your triangle. Rotating here, holding for a few breaths. Reversed warrior, bend the left knee, rise up, reversing, left hand up, hold for a moment, notice this sensation. Stay here, we're extending or lengthening the left leg. Keep reaching up into the air with the left hand, notice these sensations. Keep legs straight, come back up to neutral with the upper body. Let's create that star shape, but just by swinging the left foot forward, adjusting the feet so that they're aligned underneath you. Yes. Breathing in to extend and get tall. Exhale, pull belly in, bend the knees, all to protect your back and to support your body as you fold. Coming down towards toes. To the floor. Inhale, rise up to fingertips to extend spine, lengthening. And exhale, return to your wide-legged forward fold. Now, of course, we've been here already, so you know the sensation. The body's been here, so feel free to just stay here or add on to it. Maybe you'll take the feet slightly wider. Maybe you'll add different positions here. Maybe a little lunge, bending a knee and kind of lunging to one side, then the other, or even a twist. Maybe your left hand goes over towards right leg and you create a twist in the upper body. You might even go towards an arm balance or a hand balancing pose. Just play with it for a few moments. Good. Okay, then we'll take 3 more breaths. Just making your way back to the original fold position. Okay, then we'll rise to fingertips to help extend spine. Stay here. Shift weight into the heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips so you can get in your quads, get into your glutes. Free your hands to spread your wings out to the side. Then rise up into your tall. Let's turn left foot forward, lunge into your warrior 2. Let's gain momentum by reversing the warrior, left hand up, cartwheel out of the pose, down to the floor with the hands. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. There's our runner's lunge. Going for our splits. Right knee to the floor. You can bring a blanket in for support. Sit back. So a half splits, half hero. Use a block to sit on if you'd like. Adjusting as need be. This might be enough, just even sitting up tall. But if you're able, maybe folding forward. Not forcing this. Breathe with it. Soften as need be. Deepen only if you're able. Good. Let's take 3 more breaths. So we're going to make that same transition from this posture to our standing forward fold. So when you're ready, just coming up out of this posture, starting to move props out of the way. Let's get the hands up front, tuck toes behind you, lift that back knee, moving props. Keep that momentum forward so you can easily step forward into your forward fold. Once here, halfway lift, inhale. Fold again on the exhale. Shifting weight into the heels, bend your knees, lower hips. We'll inhale, rise up, reach up. We're going to keep this moving. Slight back bend by looking up. Exhale, lead with heart. Swan dive, forward, back, down towards toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like to, Chaturanga Dandasana. Certainly skip this or change up this vinyasa flow if you'd like. Meeting in down dog. Hold down dog for a breath or two. Okay, come back down to your knees. Only briefly here now in hero, but then sit off to the side so you can bring the legs around to the front. Let's come to staff pose. So straight-ish legs here. Flex your feet to keep the legs energized. Knees or legs can stay straight. If you need to bend the knees at any point, feel free. Let's get tall up top. We'll use the hands to assist. Pressing into the floor, lift and lengthen spine, even roll shoulders back. Opening up across the chest, engaging the upper back. And the exhale helps us to engage the low belly. So you have support in these two spaces. Holding here, this is staff pose, and we'll take this to seated forward fold. So keep this uplifted sensation. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. Follow me. We're going to exhale, just hinge forward just a little bit, not much, and then just bring your hands down. This might be the end of your pose right here. Or inhale, sit up tall at this new angle. Exhale, lead with your heart and chin going forward. You might walk down the legs a little bit. Notice how this feels. And then you can start adjusting as need be. Soften the knees more. If you happen to have that blanket, you might even use that as a little prop underneath bent knees if you'd like. Let the chin drop. Round your spine. So another forward fold. Softening, sinking, deepening the pose, but in a gentle way. Never needing to force or push or go too quickly. Even if you go pretty deep into this forward fold, that you're certainly not obligated to stay there. You might need to or want to soften a little bit so that you're able to maintain good, slow, deep breathing, keeping the body and your mind calm. Good. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Slow, deep breaths if you're able. After your third breath, just notice where you are. Stay here. We're going to slowly come out of the pose. First, just free your hands and reach forward. Then inhale, hinge your way back up until you're nice and tall, reaching up. Straighten the legs. I'm using this prop, so I'm going to move that out of the way. Lengthening here. Inhale, another good reach. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Okay, then step the hands back. Lean back, bend your elbows Okay. Moving into a reversed plank pose. Let's set it up. So as you lean back, if you can, keep the shoulders rolling back. Puff up the chest, lift the chin slightly, point your toes. Okay, with an inhale, we fill up the lungs, puffing up the chest. Exhale, engage core, but push hands into the floor to straighten the arms and lifting hips. They may not lift very high, that's okay, but if you can, just keep the hips lifting up as best as you can. This is a very dynamic pose. Okay, another form of a kind of a back bend, certainly a heart opener. Okay, breathing in, then exhale, gently, slowly come back down to your seat. Okay, transitioning to boat, so you might just drag your heels towards yourself. You can stay like this for boat, or take the hands forward. This could be your boat. Find balance, so your feet easily lift. Here's a boat. Lots of boats. Just 3 more breaths. Last breath, we're inhaling. And exhale, just set the feet back down onto the floor. Okay, let's scoot forward. Just we have some space behind us. Carefully roll down onto your back. Bring knees with you just for a quick hug. Then go ahead and extend the legs up into the air. Alrighty, so we're just going upside down. You can stay just like this for this inversion. Another variation is to bring the feet back down to the floor, lift your hips, get a block underneath you to sit on, or a bolster even, and then re-extend the legs. That can be your inversion. Or even roll legs and hips up into the air until you're in shoulder stand, another version. If you happen to be in shoulder stand, just an option, only an option, to move into plow, taking the legs and feet down behind you. Just be mindful of how this feels in your neck, your upper back perhaps. Can you still breathe? Good. Just take a couple more breaths in this upside down position. We'll carefully make our way back down to the earth until you're lying flat on your back. Maybe bring feet to the floor or extend the legs on the floor. Just pause here for a moment as you feel that energetic transition in the body from being upside down. And then from here, just intuitively move into a position that would feel good to you. So you're forming your own closing sequence. So I'll give you some ideas, some suggestions, but just move naturally. This might be a time where you move into a hip opener like happy baby pose or reclining pigeon pose. You might take a twist, or maybe create another back bend like bridge. Those are just some ideas. You can certainly move in a way that feels good to you at this moment. Not thinking about it, just doing it. So you have some time here to flow through these postures. They don't have to be yoga positions, just gestures and movements of the body, positions in the body that just would feel good to you, that your body would appreciate. Feel free to continue your movements as they feel good to you, as they come to you. And whenever you feel complete, just make your way to stillness, finding a posture you can feel relaxed in. That might be Shavasana or some other restorative position where you feel rested. Be at rest. Be at ease in your body and your mind. So you can just kind of drift into meditation quite easily with very little or no distractions from your body or mind. And that's why we move through all these poses, to release and relieve ourselves from those physical, perhaps even mental, perhaps even emotional distractions, so that we can easily arrive here in meditation. So you can just be here in the moment without those obstacles in your way. Stay right where you are. No need to move just yet. Just take a moment, return to breath, just in case there were any obstacles, any distractions of thought. Just acknowledge them. Simply acknowledge, observe, no need to judge, and then let it go. And come back to this moment. And from here, let's slowly and carefully return from our journey. Stay right where you are. Notice your breath. Hold on to this connection to your breathing, the inhales, the exhales. Gently returning, starting with the simple awareness of breath, and allowing that breath to create energy within you. Slow warming of the body. And energy starting to resonate through you. As if you're being gently awakened from a nap. Softly, gently, kindly. With that gentle awakening, the warmth, the energy starting to flow through you. And the breath is allowing movement to return to your body. Not big movements, small, subtle. Good. Returning from your journey, just easily, slowly, gently. When you have found the ability to move more fully through the body, carefully and slowly roll to one side. Just pause briefly in this nurturing pose. Still moving gently, slowly, with kindness. Just press into the floor with the hands. Use the energy of the breath to help rise. Meet me here in this seated posture. Once you're here, just feel the lengthening of your spine. Feeling tall and proud in your seat. Shoulders are relaxed, arms and hands. And one more movement together. We'll inhale, extend your arms into the air. Good lengthening and stretch. Exhale, bring palms together and down to your heart. And take one more breath into your heart space. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.